been some pretty epic Alabama OU postseason matchups. Ready for another one this year?
Oh, absolutely. And, thinking about it over here driving over here to the airport, we have never played in Norman, Oklahoma. Never. And I've had never seen the previous field, and I certainly haven't seen Love's Field. Obviously, we've been to Hall of Fame Stadium a bunch, so this is going to be a treat. I was there, I want to say 2001 when Alabama football played, and Coach Franchione was the coach for Alabama, and it was a quick trip. Friday night, Saturday, flew home Saturday night, and that's it. So looking forward to it.
Yeah, you talk about Love's Field. Obviously, they've redone all that. You don't have anything to compare it to, but just kind of the ability to play on this stage and in front of this type of fans and
supporters. I talked to somebody and they said, Murph, you're going to feel like you're playing at the Rhodes House. They're just cheering against you. It's that type of atmosphere, and it's really cool. And kudos to Oklahoma. Seriously, the athletic department for investing close to $42 million in a softball stadium, and it's paying off. The return on investment is tremendous. So, we're very, very proud of what Patty's done, her program, her team. Certainly the fans, we emulate each other, I think, in that respect. And it's a clean, healthy rivalry. It's just going to be a good series, I think. Good for softball.
How much is playing at Rhodes and the experience your team has all around the SEC and playing in Supers kind of help prepare you for a weekend like this?
Oh, I think huge. Anytime anywhere in the SEC, it doesn't matter. And then even if, when we went to Arizona, Clearwater, really good crowds, some cheering for you, most cheering against you. And, I always say, hey, when we go on the road, just pretend that all that noise is for you. Just turn it around in your head. It doesn't matter if, they're pitching or they're on offense. They're cheering for you because there's a way to be positive about it. Whether we're playing defense or on offense, they're cheering for you.
Coach Murphy, what would you say your reason for success in the postseason has been? I know softball in general, the program has been so successful, but what do you think has been the reason for that?
Actually, we were talking about it the other day. I think one of the reasons is we give the young ladies enough rest during the season. The worst thing in the world for me was to have a kid come up to me and say, Murph, I'm burned out. I'm tired. I do not want to hear that. We play, I think this is 61 games. It's a long, long season. It's definitely a marathon, not a sprint. And, the young lady that you're about to talk to, Marley, is one of our captains. And if I go up to her and say, are you tired? You think the team's tired? If she hesitates for a second, they're tired. And I go by Nick Saban's old adage, one day off was good, but two was incredible. And if there's an opportunity during the season where we maybe played, like when we did the Thursday, Friday, Saturday series, we gave them 2 days off. And they need to be fresh because it is a long, long season, and it's grueling. When you start SEC play, your mind is, it's a grind.
This weekend's a little similar to last in that you're facing a team that you've already played this season. Y'all came out on top in the regular season. I know last weekend you said 3 months feels like 3 years, but kind of what's it like facing this OU team again that you already beat this season?
Well, one thing is their lineup is a little bit different, based on the last regional game, the regional championship. That's, we go by the last game. They're still playing great ball. Landry is still doing a great job. To me, she was, one or two top pitchers in the league. She was the newcomer of the year. Just really, really good. She's improved a lot. And then they've got hitters up and down the lineup, So we need to keep the ball in the park for sure, because that's how they really win, and they like to see the ball fly. So if we can keep the ball in the park, hold them to, singles, runs, not big innings, that's a goal for us.
Kind of on that note, you kind of just answered what I was going to ask, but what did you like about what you saw from the pitchers last weekend in regionals, and then kind of what do they need to do to have success facing OU for the second half of the season?
Well, I think one thing, we did really well against Virginia Tech's best hitter. The leadoff hitter was, she would start for anybody in the SEC, no doubt. She'll probably be a first-team All-American. She should be. So I thought we did a really good job with her. Lance's game plan for everybody that we played was tremendous. The catchers did a really good job of eliminating pass ball wild pitches. because those were freebies during the season. We just gave up way too many of those. Somebody get to first, and then we'd spike a ball, and they'd be sitting at second base. So we got rid of a lot of that. Just need to be smart pitchers, very smart. And when we use the intentional walk, it worked each time. So we're going to be smart about if there's first base is open, and it's somebody that's really, really good, you can have it.
Do you call at all on what happened last season, going to Tennessee? They were the 3, you were the 14 of. You're going in there as the underdog and kind of having nothing to lose but a lot to win.
Oh yeah, I mean we talked about it a little bit. Shoot, what's today? I don't even remember now. God, Wednesday. Yeah, Tuesday after practice, I think it was, and just we have nothing to lose, right? They should win. They're favored. They're at home. All the things in their favor. So all we're going to do is go out there, play our hardest with a lot of energy, have short-term memories. If something bad happens, who cares? So what, now what? And move on to the next pitch.